Hello and good morning everyone. Thank you for joining Jade Global today for the webinar on how to get the best performance out of your ERP environment. We have a very good crowd here today, which is wonderful. My name is Sangeeta Jash and I'm the marketing manager at Jade Global and also your moderator today for this webinar. We have Manoj Machiwal here with us. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. Jade Global is an Oracle Platinum partner and is a systems integration and consulting services firm headquartered in San Jose, California, with offices in Newport Beach and Carlsbad, California, Atlanta, Georgia, and Pune and Noida in India. With more than 300 employees worldwide, Jade Global is a trusted partner of choice to its clients. Jade's global team of experts successfully deliver business and technology solutions across diverse industries to drive its customers' long-term growth and success. For more information, please visit www.jadeglobal.com. Now I would like to introduce Manoj Machiwal. Manoj is the Director Client Services for Application Maintenance and Support at Jade Global and is a Lead Technology Infrastructure and Support Operations Practice Leader at Jade Global. He has strong expertise in multiple technologies and has worked with companies to make their IT operations more efficient. I will hand it over to Manoj now, who will review the agenda and continue with the presentation. Over to you, Manoj.
Thanks, Sangeeta, and good morning and good afternoon, all the attendees. And before I jump into the detailed session, I just would like to brief quickly on the agenda what we want to cover today. And so we'll briefly touch base upon what are the different challenges the companies face in their Oracle ERP performance. Then we discuss how do we take a proactive approach to have an environment which is not only sustaining but thriving for the future growth. And then we'll go through some of the detail, we'll do some little deep dive in what kind of proactive approach, what kind of assessment we do, what kind of different outcome of that assessment will look like, which will help you to recognize your short-term and the long-term goals in perspective of your environment, which will be helpful to maintain the performance of your environment for a longer term. And then we'll discuss briefly the benefits of taking this proactive approach. And then in the end, we'll take question and answers. However, I will also like to keep this session interactive by means of asking few survey questions in between. So I kind of get a feeling of my audience that how well we are getting connected on the topic, and that's how it will be more useful for everybody. All right. So with that, I will move to some of the possible pain points that may or may not be to your environment, but this is something which I kind of jotted down based on my experience in different customer side and different Oracle ERP environment which I've seen. So I've seen that a lot of places sometimes you see there is a lot of overutilized assets. That means there is always a resource crunch in terms of memory or the CPU or I/O issues. And then sometimes you see the underutilized IT assets too. So what that it means that even though you are one area, your infrastructure of ERP can have multiple different components, and even though you are probably one area that might be your actual servers might be okay, but how the users are connecting to the ERP, that may be the network or any other means. So whether have you considered all the different assets to be completely utilized? Some of assets might be overutilized, but another might be underutilized. So is there a balance how you can take the best performance out of that? Then you might see a lot of issues, especially in the ERP environment, which is the most critical during the business critical times. That is generally a month end or quarter end time, where you kind of book more revenues or having more of a business needs to use the ERP system during that time. And that time you might see a lot of issues coming into the environment, which doesn't allow you to operate system in a manner which is supposed to be. Then there are a lot of times you might see that there are different jobs you might be using for refreshing different data from your integration points or your boundary systems, that might be causing issues in your environment as well. And another thing which I have seen that some of the environments are very rapidly changing every single day, and somehow the consideration related to the environment and infrastructure, how it will affect the overall environment, is not taken into consideration. Okay. All right, and then I have seen a lot of environment which has issues with the inconsistent migrations. What it means that a lot of time the consideration related to the moving the code to the new environment, which is production environment, has not been taken into consideration, how it will affect the different component of the production, whether it will be measured against the performance or measured against the impact which will have on the production. Majority time it is measured what is the functionality is going to given, but whether it is giving you a complete holistic picture of the performance standpoint. And finally, last but not the least, I have seen that sometimes data keeps on growing and growing, and suddenly after 3 years and 4 years, you realize that because of the excessive data, which now there is no thought has been given to the archiving and purging of some of the data, which is causing performance issue down the line. Okay. All right. Let's see whether you can resonate with some of these statements. Like people complain that, oh, my system will always crawls during quarter and peak load time, and that's when I really need the performance. And pretty common in the industry, and I've seen very few companies which is having a very smooth quarter end without any performance issues. And again, then also you might have seen that your issues, not when the issues are observed, it is not resolved quickly, but then the ball keeps on rolling between the infrastructure team, between the business application teams, and the external vendors if you have any. It's more of a blame transfer which keeps on happening rather than, and the reason being that sometimes the application infrastructure is not holistically assessed that where the pain points are, and when actually the issue hits, then the more of a reactive support approach where you keep bouncing between the teams and try to resolve the issue. And last but not the least, that I've seen the people say, oh, fine, good, this issue got resolved, team actually collaborated in much better manner, there is no blame game. But however, I see another issue comes up at the next time. So that is again, I see more of a reactive support where people resolve the current issue, but have not given thought for a longer duration how these kind of issues can be resolved for finding a better root cause analysis. So now we'll discuss how do you proactively approach to enhance the ERP performance, right? So before we get into the details of this approach, I want to define few measures of the success of the approach, right? So you have to define certain factors against which you are assessing your environment for a longer term. So the three most important factors which I found is one of them is scalability, and that means your infrastructure is scalable enough to support your long-term business growth, whether can it support for the next 3 times of your current business, and so that you don't have to keep on reinventing the wheel every 5 months, every 6 months, whether you have to increase the infrastructure capacity, right? Whether second point is more of a redundancy. Sometimes you might see that even though redundancy is not directly indicating your performance, but it indicates your availability of your services, right? So in case all the touch points, not only just your servers and the network, but each and every component, whether are you redundant enough to support so that there is no single point of failure. But and a single point of failure can be at the server level, it can be at the application level, it can be at the network level, and there are a lot of different factors to consider here. And finally, whether your system performance is capable enough to handle not only the day-to-day load, but also the peak load, and also peak load in terms of what kind of user performance people are trying to achieve. More in terms of it should be driven more in terms of the service levels which you have business, in terms of the performance, in terms of transaction performance you should be able to get, right? So these are the three most important measures of success which should be considered when you assess any of the environments for the proactive approach. So let's touch upon briefly upon the assessment methodology. How do you actually initiate such an assessment? What all different teams are involved? How and what all different things will you do during this kind of analysis, and what will be the outcome of that, right? So first of all, before you start that, everyone in the team need to understand that there is a long-term benefit of doing that approach, where you are some of the benefits you might get in the short term, that's a quarter, but some of the benefits you might get in a year, some of the benefits are for a longer term, like 3 years down the line. And everything has to be aligned through the business goals, right? What are the business objectives for the next 3 years? How fast the business is predicted to grow at what rate? So that will determine the usage of the ERP application in the coming years. So to initiate that kind of thing, so first thing you kind of onboard all the staff, which includes your networking teams, your infrastructure team, your business applications team, and to the matter of your business users as well, but in terms of defining the objectives of the business, right? And once you do that, then you kind of form a plan, what you are planning to do in the next 2 weeks or 6 weeks, depending on how complicated the environment are and how complicated and different applications you need to access. Because it's not just one ERP application you can assess and say that your assessment is complete. You have to make sure that all the touch points, all the boundary applications, all the network, everything which affects the user experience to the application has to be assessed so that you don't have any missing point here. Then once you do that, you make sure you set the expectation around the team, because you might be working with cross-functional with many different teams. So it is very important to set the expectation what is we are trying to achieve during this phase, and how it help as a overall business objectives, so that everybody is on the board. And then you might start with some of the gathering some of the existing knowledge about the environment. It may or may not be complete, but that might be a good starting point. And then you also schedule all the interviews and meetings with different people, in addition to the collecting the data in an automated manner. The next step is analyzing. What is analyzing means you do an as-is analysis of your current system. So when I say analysis, it not only includes your business application, it includes your analysis of your current architecture, analysis of the current network resources, analysis of your server infrastructure resources, and start capturing those data. A lot of this data can be automated and captured very easily, but some of these data probably need some of the interviews with the concerned teams which you collect. And also, as part of this analysis, you also collect pain points in terms of each of these applications, pain points in terms of the infrastructure team, what pain points they see in their network, and what pain points the business users are seeing in the current environment, so that you can address that when you define the short-term and long-term objectives for this kind of assessment. And also you do a lot of review all the different processes related to backups, clonings, and definitely identify all the risks which you have currently in the current environment, which may affect the availability of your environment, right? And then finally, then you validate what have you collected. Then you can validate different patch levels. You can validate whether all the requirements which you have collected from different groups, whether it is how it is aligning to the overall business objects, and you kind of drill down and between the gap in the processes and where you need to reach. So you know which path you have to take to reach to your business objective. And the last, when you assess all the different components, you kind of provide a detailed assessment report, and where each of the application is scored and against their points. And purpose of this scoring mechanism is to make sure that we focus on an area which is going to give the highest return on investment, highest return on that plan to execute. So that's the way you identify your short-term and long-term objective and move forward. The next, I will give you some of the sample assessment criteria which we have used many different places. It may and may not reflect exactly each industry, but this is something, a guideline which will help you to kind of define what all the different criteria which you choose while you are doing such an assessment of your business application infrastructure. And then I'll also show you some of the summary reports which gives you idea what kind of outcome you are looking from these kind of assessment reports, which will help you to drill down to your short-term and long-term execution plans, which will help you to improve your infrastructure and in turn your performance of your ERP system. So as you see this slide, this is just a sample, and the focus area can be starts with the software and processes, because in your environment you might have Oracle ERP, but there might be some other boundary applications also might be there, and how they affect integration, how they integrate with Oracle ERP, that also affects the overall performance, right? Then also we will touch base upon different processes which will impact your overall environment. So in terms of application, if you think you kind of analyze all of your different scheduled jobs and their frequency, specifically during peak load time, and see purpose of that to figure out whether any of these scheduled jobs creating and any additional resourcing requirement during peak load in terms of the memory or CPU, in terms of the network, how much of the data transfer is happening. There are a lot of things to be considered, and these jobs might be really required during your quarter end and month end time because of business operations need. So all of these things needs to be identified and properly considered and planned for resources accordingly. Then especially for the ERP, there are a lot of workflow and a lot of housekeeping jobs which also need to make sure that you have a lot of purging and archiving in place, and making sure all the different application patch analysis, whether you have the latest patching in place, which helps you to not only to get the latest functionality, but more in perspective of performance, whether all the different consideration in terms into the has been covered. Okay. In addition to that, can have to involve your database and see how your database schedule jobs, the performance data collections, whether you are having a specific issues on can you identify a specific pattern, can you see what kind of different wait events are, whether it's a network or it's whether it's related to your some specific application job which is creating a lot of overhead in the database. And so a lot of different things you can find out from the database historical analysis as well. And then the processes, some of the processes is specifically related to your release management and how you deploy the code can also create issues in production. So that is something whether you have a proper testing methodology, whether you have certified the code in a proper test environment which is very close to the production, and so all of these things has to be making sure that you put into the place in any assessment which you do. So another focus area can be infrastructure, which includes all the servers, networks, storage, which is part of our business application infrastructure. And it can have multiple servers, including application server, database servers, whether that has enough baseline CPU, memories, all the scheduled OS jobs, how they are interacting with the different business application related jobs, and whether what kind of proactive monitoring you have in place which give you indication about and can you drive a historical analysis, how your system is showing, can you do a predictive analysis of some of the servers. So a lot of data which you need to be collected. Same thing in the network, that you can have a schematic diagram of your data center, whether all the data center components are network is redundant path, whether you have the multiple paths, how much data is flowing between the user to the server network, and whether it is creating any network latency, what is the response time, not only from just one your head. It has to be observed in terms of how users access the application. So, or let's say user access the application or a VPN or a remote office or a head office. So all of those different things need to be considered in the networking perspective, so that you can identify the gaps and identify the issues which need to be taken care. And the same thing in terms of the storage, whether your storage is redundant enough, whether your IO path, multipathing, or what kind of a storage infrastructure you have, whether that is able to support your current load, or do you see any IO contentions, or those, all these data need to be assessed and collected during this. So outcome of this assessment, you kind of give a score of each of your focus area out of 100, which will also identify some of the highlights, some of the lowlights of each of these areas. And you start focusing on the area which is having the lowest score, because that might give you the maximum benefit in terms of the performance. So in this particular sample assessment summary which I put in, you can clearly see that giving immediate attention to the storage area, where it shows score very low, and the region it is showing very low, because found out that it's very low level storage which has been started and the ERP has been deployed, but as the business grows and it has not been replaced and is still continuing with the similar storage, which is causing a lot of IO contentions and a lot of multipathing issues, where a lot of resource contention happened during the peak load. And in this particular example, we were able to help customer in a immediately quick action item to migrate them to a better storage during the first quarter, which was designed not only to take care of the current issues, but also for the future growth for the next 3 to 5 years. So similarly, each application, you see multiple applications here, EBS and GRC, which was our customer was having, but you might have 10 different applications. Each and every application need to be assessed, and in terms of how that interacts with your core ERP systems. And same thing on the server level, whether you are redundant, whether you have your local disk is RAID 0 or RAID 5, that means you have enough redundancy or not, whether you have any IO issues in terms of your local drives, which is your OS is installed to, or whether your OS is installed on a storage drive. So all different things needs to be considered, right? So these are the few, in terms of the network, again, you might have a redundancy in terms of the tunnels, redundancy in terms of the ISP providers. And so in this particular example, I found that network was pretty good, where you couldn't find much latency in the network. But in some of the cases, you might find that during the peak load, your network contention might be causing issues. All right. So let's move on to just quickly summarize what benefits a customer can get or anybody can get out of doing this proactive approach. So immediate advantage I can say is that your improvement in business operation. That means you have your system which you can trust on during your most critical business operation. And how does it help? It helps your satisfied end users. Their business users are not complaining about the system, and because they are having good system which you can use to support their business operations. And IT role also becomes much more important here now. Then IT is start focusing more on a helping business to on more of a business enablement project, rather than focusing on day-to-day reactive support issues where users having some issues related to performance or something they can't do in the current system. And that's in turn increase the confidence of the business users in the IT team, and everybody wins. All right.
Thank you, Manoj, for delivering a great presentation. Thank you very much for attending the webinar. So if you have any questions or want to know more about our solutions and services, then please call us on the numbers displaying on your screen right now, or you can also email us at marketing@jadeglobal.com. We'll help out with any query you have. Thank you very much for attending this webinar, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.